Hello traders and investors, this is a Bitcoin technical analysis video. In this video I will provide my in-depth analysis of Bitcoin's current cycle. In the final part of the video I will present my trading plan for the upcoming week. You can find timestamps in the description box. Before I begin, I would like to emphasize that a cycle analysis is not a trading plan, it's a general guide. The trading plan is specific, it is on the daily time frame, and it includes trade management, trade entries, stop losses, and invalidation points. I have a bullish and bearish scenario. I find that the bullish scenario for Bitcoin is more likely, and for this reason, I will open with the bullish scenario. According to the bullish scenario, Bitcoin is in a wave 4 correction. Once the wave 4 correction is complete, I expect bullish continuation to 85K at least, but possibly even higher, as high as 101K. What supporting evidence do I have that the fourth wave is not completed? I expect a deep wave 4, okay? Because theoretically, this is an ABC, A, B, and this is the C wave. If the C wave reaches the 1-to-1 extension at 55K, theoretically it could be over. But I'm expecting lower. Why am I expecting lower? I have three supporting evidence. The first evidence is that the wave 2 correction was shallow. When the wave 2 is shallow, the wave 4 is deep. In addition, I have my Gann and Fibonacci analysis. You can see how the fib circle, the 1.618 fib circle, is closing on the price, and it doesn't permit the price to continue. Why? It is pushing it towards the angles, because the angles are where time and price are aligned. The first place in which time and price are aligned is around 51.7. It's a possible point in which Bitcoin will complete the correction. However, I think it will go lower. Why do I think it will go lower? Because of this bet formation. Bet formations are reliable, and this bet formation points to a price reversal zone between 42.5 and 44K. It aligns with a deep wave 4 because the 0.618 retracement is at 43.6 and the 1.618 extension of the C wave is at 44.5. So for these reasons, I think that this wave 4 is not complete yet and that we are going lower. Now, the bearish scenario. The bearish scenario assumes that from November of 2021 until November of 2022 was the A wave of a correction. This here from November of 2022 until March of 24 was the B wave, because we only have 3 waves until now, and now we are going lower in a C wave to 20K at least, possibly even lower. I don't have enough supporting evidence to validate the bearish scenario. In fact, the only bearish evidence, or the only supporting evidence for the bearish case, is this Wyckoff distribution schematic. A Wyckoff distribution schematic usually appears at the end of a cycle, but it's not enough. It could be that this was distribution and we are going lower for reaccumulation and continuation to the upside. If Bitcoin will lose the 0.618 retracement and close a weekly candle below 43.6, I will be leaning towards the bearish scenario. Right at the moment, I think that the wise thing to do is give the bullish scenario a chance. How will it go down? How will it go down? I think this is a possible scenario. I borrowed the fractal from the end of the previous cycle and copy pasted it to this cycle. Essentially, we have a correction. This was an A wave, and here we will consider it a C wave, which will take Bitcoin to 44K, and it will take us probably July August, and the beginning of September. After September, maybe the beginning or the middle of September, we will begin to move to the upside in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which will take us to around 101K. After that, we will have a B, C correction, and it is possible that the B wave correction will take us until November of 2025, and everyone will say that the cycles end on November. No, the cycles don't end on November. The previous cycle ended on April. This was a B wave correction, and it is possible that we will have another B wave correction which will last until November, and everyone will assume that cycles end on November. No, I think that March or April is more likely. As for the trading plan, you can see that Bitcoin formed a bullish divergence. What is a bullish divergence? The momentum indicator made a higher low and the price made a lower low. Okay, now Bitcoin is oversold and there is a lot of liquidity to the upside. I don't think that the correction is over. What is happening now, in my opinion, is that the market is correcting this severe price action to the downside to gather liquidity before continuation lower. What are my supporting evidence? First, we have a 3,000 point wick. This wick wasn't recovered, and there is no way, at least in my opinion, that the market maker would allow such a wick to stay. And from here, we are going to higher prices. No, this is a correction, and I'm expecting the price to retrace between the 0.618 retracement, which is at 59.8, and 61.6, which is the 0.786. I will be looking to enter a short position on the rejection from the range low, meaning that price will now try to enter the range. It will penetrate for sure, in my opinion, but if I will see a rejection, preferably in the same day, but it could be on the following day, then this is where I will enter a short trade. Okay, now invalidation. Invalidation of the bearish bias is only if Bitcoin will move above 64K and make a low which will hold 64K as resistance, as support, excuse me. If it will make a low which will hold 64K as support, then my bearish bias is invalidated and maybe we are going higher. Maybe the wave 4 is complete. I think it's highly unlikely, but it's possible. If you are anxious, if you don't have confidence in the bearish scenario, the halfway bearish scenario, then you can wait for Bitcoin to penetrate the 60K, the range low, and hold it as support and take a long position with expectation of higher prices, similar to what we had on May. On May, we deviated below the range low. You can see that we addressed the wick. This was why I had a high confidence in a long position. Then we tried to get above 64K, got rejected, but we held 60K as support and we were able to continue higher. So if you don't have conviction about the halfway bearish case, this will be where you will want to add to your position. Okay, that's all I have for you on Bitcoin. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video.